Welcome to the Wood Solutions Campus presentation on Forest and Chain of Custody certification. This presentation covers how Chain of Custody certification works in companies and along the supply chain. Timber and wood products are recognised as renewable materials that contribute to this sustainable development. However, environmental concerns about wood products exist and most generally focus on the quality of forestry practice, particularly the impacts of the practice on vulnerable forestry ecosystems. Certification can assure customers that forests are managed to an agreed and acceptable standard. This is called forest certification. It can also assure that timber supplied to customers comes from these acceptably managed forests along the supply chain. This is Chain of Custody certification.
Okay. Certification operates at two levels. The first one is as a forest manager, an organisation that has direct responsibility for the forest, and that ensures that subsequent processors of that timber, for example sawmills, paper mills, even retailers and merchants, are handling that timber in such a way so they can readily identify the certified timber. And to ensure that it's identified in the market and that there's no mixing of product, or more importantly no mixing of product from dubious sources. So there can be a verifiable claim that particular product is sustainable.
Two major certification schemes exist internationally and both offer forestry and chain of custody certification services in Australia. One is the Program for the Endorsement of Forest Certification, or PEFC scheme. This operates with its allied Australian Forestry Standard Certification, or AFS scheme. AFS certifies to two standards: AS 4708 for forestry management and AS 4707 for chain of custody. Timber and wood products certified under these schemes can display the PEFC or AFS logos as shown. International product can also enter Australia and display the PEFC logo. The other scheme is Forest Stewardship Council or FSC certification, which operates in Australia and internationally. FSC certifies to interim arrangements while an Australian FSC forest management standard is developed, and to an FSC published standard for chain of custody. Companies certified under the FSC use the FSC logo. International product can also enter Australia and display the FSC logo. Forest certification is only the first step in the supply chain and generally only covers the delivery of logs to the processor. If a consumer wants to be certain that the products that they use come from a certified forests, then each company along the supply chain who process the logs or product from them needs to have chain of custody certification. This chain of custody has to be unbroken and certification has to be from the one scheme along the chain. If logs are sourced from a PEFC or AFS certified forest, each company along the supply chain needs to have either the PEFC or AFS chain of custody certification. Equally, if logs are sourced from an FSC certified forest, each company along the supply chain needs to have an FSC chain of custody certificate. PEFC chain of custody certification does not apply to logs from FSC certified forests.
So these are packs of 18mm non-structural plywood sourced from Brazil. As you can see, they're FSC certified. They're a mixed FSC certification, and the certification number is seen here on the bottom of the packs.
Chain of custody certification provides customers certainty that the products that they use come from certified forests and that the companies that handle the timber comply with their legal and moral obligations. This can be from logs from fully certified forests or a mix from a certified or uncertified sources. Chain of custody certification is not a quality control process. It has nothing to do with the product quality or the product's ability to perform satisfactorily in any application. Both high and low quality product can have a chain of custody certification. Companies need chain of custody certification, firstly if they want to assure customers that the forest products that they supply originate from certified sources and are willing to do the work that is required to establish and maintain certification, and secondly if they break up or process a unit of certified product. In practice, this means that if your company mills certified logs into boards or uses certified boards to make trusses, chain of custody certification is required. Similarly, chain of custody certification is required if the company break up packs of certified material into job lots for distribution to customers. Chain of custody certification may not be required in a company that handles the timber but do not break up the packs of certified product. Chain of custody certification is a production and materials management process with three major components. The company has to have procedures for handling the wood from certified forests as it arrives, is converted into products and then dispatched onto the next company in the supply chain. These products have to comply with the requirements of external standards, and there has to be a third-party auditing of the procedures and actions against this standard. Companies with chain of custody certification have the right to stamp their product and their documentation with the scheme's logos and their certification code. This can then be used by other companies along the supply chain or by customers. The certification code is important. It allows the status of the company's certification to be confirmed on the scheme's website. Forest and chain of custody certification are market-based systems. They are voluntary for the forest growers and timber producers and for the building designers, developers or owners. There are no national regulations requiring forest or chain of custody certification. However, green guidelines or building accreditation schemes may recommend it.
So what type of customers often ask for certification when they're buying and ordering products?
Look, it's interesting. It's not so much driven at a customer level. Unfortunately, the awareness in the general public is not huge, but the awareness with the large purchasers and resellers of wood products is significant. So, for example, Coles, Woolworths and Audi will have some very strict environmental purchasing policies. So basically, if the product is not certified, it may not go into one of those stores. In Australia, all of the large retailers, they accept both the Forest Stewardship Council and the Australian Forestry Standard. Almost all of the solid wood and plywood engineered wood products in this country are certified.
In summary, most environmental concerns about wood products focus on the quality of forest practices. Certification can assure customers that the forests are managed to an agreed standard and supplied product comes from these forests. Two schemes operate in Australia: Australian Forestry Standard AFS and the Forestry Stewardship Council FSC certification. Both schemes are credible and well supported. If a consumer wants to be certain that the products that they use come from a certified forest, then chain of custody certification is needed. Chain of custody certification is a voluntary market-based performance requirement. Companies must want to provide the certification to their customers. Companies with chain of custody certification can stamp their products with the scheme's logo and a code for their certification, and the status of their certification can be confirmed on the scheme's website.